Alright guys, it happened. I've fallen for the trap and I do not regret my decisions. Fuck the red faction and fuck the black faction. All I need is the Astolfo faction. Team Astolfo 2017. Alright, what's up guys, my name is Steve Maddox, here to discuss the 13th episode of Fate Apocrypha and the official start to the second core of the series, and the first episode did not disappoint. Okay, maybe a little bit. Also, before I go into the review, I just want to say apologies for not doing the discussion video of what I think of the series thus far, but life became a priority last week and I just didn't do it. But I think this week should be good to do it, and also because this episode is a great stopping point for a discussion as well. Alright, so where to begin? I think first I want to talk about my only disappointment this episode, and a question to those who read the light novel. Also, if this is considered a spoiler for later parts of the series, then please don't say anything or just tell me to wait later. But did Astolfo's master get any character development in the light novels at all? Clearly she doesn't like Sig being free at all, and that she's a bit crazy and sadistic, but was that all to her character? If so, then it feels like wasted potential. Like, don't get me wrong, we haven't had much characterization for a lot of the masters in this series, but her especially felt like we got nothing on. This may just be me being spoiled with the previous Fate series and their character development, but I don't know, the whole situation with her this episode just felt like, why? Now, moving on from that, probably my favorite part of the episode is that Sig has now became a master and Astolfo is his servant, and honestly this just makes so much sense, and I can really see them becoming a good pair. Now, one thing I am curious to see is if they're going to be working with what's left of the black faction. From what I got from the ending part of this episode is that Sig is going to be working with them under the condition that all the other homunculi will be free. Also, I know that tons of people don't like Sig as a character, but honestly, I have to give him props for staying up for what he believes in and choosing to fight for himself rather than having someone else to tell him to fight. And also trying to make sure that the other homunculi can choose what they want to do with the short lifespan that they have. Yeah, Sig is pretty bland as a character just due to what he is, but I can't say that I hate him as everyone else in the community seems to feel towards him. But other than that, I'm curious to see where he and Astolfo goes from here. Now let's talk about the other half of the episode being filled with betrayal. So it's clear to everyone that Shiro is now the master to all the servants of Red, and now with this development, it seems that the whole Red versus Black faction is completely dissolved, and now it's a full-on war between servants. Also, something interesting with Shiro is that at first I thought he was still a heroic spirit being ruler, but it seems that with whatever happened in the Third Holy Grail War in Apocrypha, Shiro has now been reincarnated and has been living for the past 60 years for his plans for ultimate salvation for humanity. But my main question that I want to see is exactly what happened in the conclusion of the Third Holy Grail War to make this happen. I do hope it gets answered in this series. Also, going back to all the factions being dissolved, now we have Apocrypha joining Shiro since all he wants is to create Adam. And honestly, I kind of figured there was going to be a traitor in this series, and since Apocrypha didn't have any real goals or reason to stay with the Black faction, and not being a very combat heavy servant himself, it only makes sense. Also, I'm just gonna say this now, but that kid that was previously Apocrypha's master is gonna be dead next episode. If he isn't, I'll be surprised, since personally I think the only reason Apocrypha wanted him alive was just so he could retrieve Adam. Well, I guess let's do a rundown of where the servants are at. So right now, Shiro has Semiramis, Apocrypha, and for the time being Karn on his side. Black faction has Kieran and most likely Sig and Astolfo on their side, and Mordred, John, and Jack are all solo. And Achilles and Atlanta, I'm not sure. I'm thinking they're going to separate from the Red faction, but we'll see. But yeah, let us start to the second core of the series. I gotta say, besides the whole thing with Astolfo's previous master, I really dug this episode. It had a few surprises here and there, but it really worked out for this episode. Animation and fight scenes look great, but I will say that they really need to fix the sound effects in the Blu-ray release of this series. Some episodes are fine, but others like today were just obnoxious. Oh, and lastly, we got the new OP and ED for the second half, and I have to say I like the song of the second OP, but I may be in the minority here, but I much prefer the chaotic sounds of the choir in the first OP. Regardless, Lisa does it again with her songs for Fate. But I will say that the visuals in the new OP is very lacking. Now on the other hand, the new ED is really good. I like it a lot more than the first ED with both the visuals and the song. Overall, the songs for Fate Apocrypha has been top notch, and I still have yet to find a song I outright hate for the Fate series. But these were my thoughts, but please tell me what did you guys think of the newest episode of Fate Apocrypha, and also what do you guys think of the new OP and ED? Please leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below, and that's it for me today. If you want to keep up with my Fate Apocrypha reviews, then make sure to subscribe to my channel to see the next discussion. And until then, I hope you all have a great day.